Well, it's now 7 months since I tried out various methods and products for restoring the plastic bumpers on our van. So it's time to take a look and see how they have fared.
Don't forget to check out our other videos on everything campervan and motorhome related, from solar to water, heating to gadgets, tyres to trips. If you like this video, please do hit the thumbs up. It really does help me to know what you like, and you can ask any questions or give feedback in the comments. If you want to make sure you don't miss any of our future videos, please hit the subscribe button, and clicking the bell will give you a notification when a new video goes live. Finally, if you do decide to hit the thumbs down, it would be great if you could also leave a comment so I'd know what you didn't like.
If you want to check out our first video looking at the application and our initial thoughts on the 5 options we tried, then you can click up here or the video link in the notes.
The 5 methods we tried were a heat gun, smooth peanut butter, boiled linseed oil, Meguiars Ultimate Black Plastic Restorer, Gtechniq C4 Permanent Trim Restorer. Here's a quick reminder of the costs, the ease of application and our first impressions.
Before we look at what they are like 7 months after application, here's a few things to note. We haven't washed the van that much, I would say 2 to 3 times. However, it has had lots of rain and it has been in the sunlight. Over the first few months, I would say they all fared fairly well. However, in the last month or so, and it might be because we've had more sun, there has been quite a degradation in fading on some of the products.
First impressions of the heat gun were that it looked pretty good, and now 7 months later we can see that it still looks pretty much the same. The peanut butter looked pretty smart to start with, but as you can see 7 months later we can see it starting to fade and show some patchiness. The boiled linseed oil, although a little sticky to start, it looked good, and the stickiness soon wore off, and today it still looks pretty good. The Meguiars Ultimate Black applied easily and looked okay initially, but as you can see it's now pretty much back to how it was before we applied it. And finally the Gtechniq C4, by far the most expensive, was a dream to apply and looked great, and it still looks pretty good today. Here are some comparison pictures of before, day 1 and 7 months for each method. I've ordered them with what I would say still looks the best at the top and the worst at the bottom. So my view is that any of the products you apply do a reasonable job to start with, and if you're happy to reapply regularly, any of them will do. The heat gun does do a good job and seems to last longer, but I am cautious of the damage it could do to the plastics long term. Out of the other methods, this Gtechniq C4 works the best, but is by far the most expensive. Boiled linseed oil does a great job, is cheap, and is a good budget option. The peanut butter and the Meguiars Ultimate Black I just wouldn't bother with.
So, what's next? Well, all of the products we tried are bumper restorers rather than dyes, and some viewers recommended to recolour the bumpers. So I'm going to try a couple of the first ones that were recommended.
Forever Black, which is marketed for this purpose, and Cherry Blossom Shoe Polish, which lots of people have said they've had success with. If you've had experience with a good bumper colouring product, let us know in the comments below and we'll try it out. Thanks for watching our video, and as always, if you have any questions or feedback, please pop them in the comments below. If you find the video useful, please like, share and consider subscribing.